Yo, what is up guys? Today I got a tutorial to show you guys on how to mod Red Dead Revolver on the Xbox. Now we already got the PCSX2 version of this, and turns out you can pretty much do the same thing with the Xbox. Now I'll have all the stuff in the description except for the game, the ISO itself. That I can't distribute due to legal reasons, but I'll have everything else, these two emulators that I'm using, the CXBX and XEMU, I'll have those in the description. And then also, you're going to want to download, obviously, Expert. We have that for the PCSX2 version. We will not use image burn. We are going to be using XDVD Molitor instead of that, because image burn does not work the same way as it does on the PCSX2 version. Now, I'll also have this little tool. This will let you just extract your ISO for the Xbox. You just drag the ISO onto it and it'll just do all of its work. Give you a little folder here. And it's going to look exactly like the PCSX2 version, or the PS2 ISO. And your next step is going to be to open up the Expert tool. And you're going to open up the same plugin as what we use on the PCSX2. Now you'll notice I only have one plugin. I actually found out you can just go to this add-on plugins and delete all of them that you aren't using to make it easier. But anyways, this first step is avoidable just like in the PCSX2 version. I will have a download link with all of the already extracted LBA and files, so you don't have to do these first two steps. But I'm just going to show it just for the sake of tutorial sake. But you're going to extract the LBA of the data file you want to edit, and then the files. I'll go ahead and skip ahead here to when it's finished. Once you've extracted all your files, you're going to go ahead and open up your new folder, and you are able to edit whatever file in here that you want. Now I have this folder here as kind of an organization, as to remember what changes I've made, and kind of as like a save point. I can always copy paste what I've got in this quote unquote current folder. But as you can see, all the CR files for all the characters are changed to PGJ, which is Pig Josh. I'm going to go ahead and copy all of those, go back into the new folder. We're going to paste it in there. It's going to replace 5 of 5. And now, just since we're doing it for a test rebuild, we're just changing all the characters into Pig Josh here. We're not touching textures or nothing. I'll show you how to do that. But you rebuild the file, then the LBA, and you're all set on that. So go ahead and delete your old data file. You're gonna rename your new perf new.data. So now for this part, this is kind of where it differs from the PCSX2 emulator. You're able to actually test out your changes without recompiling it into an ISO, and you can have whatever you want in this folder without it actually affecting it. So once you've opened up CXBX, you're going to go ahead and drag and drop the default.xbe. You're going to go to emulation and hit start. Go ahead and fast forward through it to show you the changes. And as you can see, we got Pig Josh. So everybody should be Pig Josh now. Changed every character ID into PGJ. But as you'll see, their textures are not right. So thankfully for this emulator, it's really easy to make changes really quick. You don't have to recompile every single time. So this is very good for just tests until you're actually prepared to make your final ISO. Now, you might be wondering why you wouldn't want to just only use this emulator, and the main reason being is this emulator has a lot of problems and bugs. Usually with the audio, but a lot of times HUD will mess up as well. So now, you might have done a test, and let's say you wanted to make a couple changes. You'll just go ahead and close out Make sure you stop the emulation. Don't just close the emulator. Sometimes it'll bug it out, and you'll have to like force close it out of Task Manager. Otherwise, it won't let you start another emulation. But we're gonna go ahead and make our changes real quick. So we're gonna start over. Every single time you do a mod on a data file, you have to start over with a fresh data file. You can't use the same one over and over again. So that's why it's important that I have my active character swaps folder for current changes and stuff, because you can't just work off the same files. So this time around, I'm actually going to go ahead and skip the first and second step of extracting the LBA and files by just grabbing my existing already extracted data files, and I'm just going to put them into the folder and overwrite the old one. So now we've got the folder again that we can work off of and edit. So we go ahead and open up that folder, and we will make the same changes by pasting in the CR files that we have. So right now this is the same state as it just was, but this time we actually want to go ahead and change out their textures and make sure that they have the proper PigJosh textures and aren't going to look weird. So the easiest way I've actually found to do this is to open up the enemy file, which is enm, and this gives you all the information on every single enemy that is spawned in on the map. So you'll notice that they have a texture variation option on all of the characters with an alternate texture, and you can just go ahead and swap these out to be PGJ for PigJosh. And if you want the PigJosh with the shirt textures, you can use 02 through 04. But we're just going ahead and changing all of the characters who have texture variations to having their texture variations changed to PigJosh, and keeping the number the same, just so you can see the different variations. I'll go ahead and fast forward here. So now I've changed every single character's texture into the proper PigJosh texture. So we'll save that, and now that that change is complete, we can go ahead and just rebuild the file. And now the LBA, and we're good. Once you're actually prepared to rebuild this into the final ISO, you're gonna go ahead and delete any file that is in this folder that should not belong. We only want level datas. We don't want any extra files at all, otherwise it won't rebuild. During the testing process, when you're using CXBX, you actually don't have to delete any of the files that are in there, the extra. Only once you're ready to make the final ISO.
Get up, Pa! Pa! Pa!
Kid, I reckon your pa's better off dead. Him being such a yellow belly and all.
Ah!
But as you can see in our final test here, all the textures are actually fixed, and so we'll be ready to actually turn this into the final ISO that we can run on Xemu. So now that brings us to our final step, which is to just turn this into an ISO that we can use on a better emulator. So as you can see, I have only the original files. Obviously they're modified. So we'll go ahead and open up XDVD Molitor, and we'll go ahead and build/rebuild in the ISO, hit next, and you're gonna go to the file destination. I like to just copy paste it. Open up XDV Motor, go to open up a local folder. You're gonna hit load, it'll recognize it. It says Red Dead Revolver loaded successfully. You hit next. And now you're gonna just hit the create standard ISO. You do not need the other options. This will automatically choose the region. Just hit next and then optimize for disk size. And just hit next again and make ISO. Here you can just name it whatever you want, it does not matter. So now you got your ISO that can be ran on XEMU. So I'll go ahead and show it off here. So once you've loaded in, you'll see all your changes are made and you're able to run this on a better emulator that will not bug out as often. So that's the pretty simple process of modding Red Dead Revolver on Xbox. So yeah, modding Red Dead Revolver on Xbox is very similar to modding it on the PCSX2 version, but I have noticed some differences. Like with the models, if you try to change out their skeletons with a different character models on PCSX2 version, it will actually look pretty good. So if I put like Fidget's skeleton on Pig Josh, he actually looks kind of funny and good, but like it actually looks proper. But on the Xbox version, you'll notice he looks pretty cursed. So my plan is to see what are some of the differences between the two console versions of the game when modding. As I explore this, I'll be posting about it on our Discord, so feel free to join that in the description below. So that's all I got for this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Happy modding.